to in the second half?
Yeah, it was the third quarter in a nutshell, and they came out and had 3 straight scoring drives, and we had some 3-and-outs, and I got to put our guys in a better position too. We got to make some plays that are there, but at the same time, I got to be accountable for that and put us in some better spots. But we played the game how we expected to be played in the first half, and then weren't good enough in the third quarter, and that's where it got away.
How about when everybody started losing their cool a little bit? Do you feel like the officials lost control of the football game at any point?
Yeah, I'll have to go to the next question on that one, Dave.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, how do you prevent? I mean, it's a tough situation. It turned into something other than football. I'm sure the league will not be happy about what it turned into. What did you tell your football team after the game?
I mean, I'm proud of the effort they gave, and they were playing hard and had some calls go against them, that we'll have to look at, to be quite frank. But, I thought our guys were playing hard and got put in a tough spot there.
Coach, only 30 yards of total offense in the second half. What was happening there that caused you guys to struggle so much offensively?
Well, just first down efficiency right off the gate. Two first down runs that put us in 2nd and 11, and then I think we were in 1st and 10, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 11. The first 2 drives of that half, and that's where they captured the momentum. They went down and scored a touchdown, and then kicked a field goal, and to go up what would have been 16-7 at that point, and we had 2 straight 3-and-outs there, and that's unacceptable on our end.
What did losing Tyler do to your offense, and how did it affect it?
Well, it's a challenge. I mean, they played man coverage about every single snap of the game, and so you need your best receivers out there. But, again, they lost a good corner as well. So we both lost guys.
Zach, did you talk to Brian Flores at all after the game? And if so, kind of what was said?
Yeah, we'll keep that between us. But yeah, we're good.
It looked like in the first half, the short passing game was paying dividends for you, particularly the outside, the tight end screens, the receiver screens, the throw to Boyd. It seemed like you were attacking that area of the field pretty darn well early in the game.
Yeah, we obviously left 3 points on the field there in the first half that we should have had. So whatever we had, 4 possessions, maybe we should have had 10 points there in the first half, and just left points on the board there. But we were playing the way that we expected this game to be played and needed to continue on at that rate, and we just didn't do that in the second half.
Coach, what do you say to Mike Thomas after back-to-back penalties there?
Well, we'll watch the first one, first of all. And then the second one, he got there a little too soon. I mean, that's obvious. We know that. But again, that returner is a heck of a returner. That's the number 1 punt return unit in the league. He does not fair catch the ball, and so you've got to put pressure on him. Of course, we don't want to do it before the catch point. We want to play within the rules, but our guys were playing hard. It was unfortunate. You hope he's fine. But again, there's no ill will there by Mike Thomas. I can promise you that. He's just being a gunner and trying to go down there and make a play.
They called personal foul on the first one. Did they say that he hit him in the head instead of getting there early, or what was the call?
I don't know what they said. Dave.
They didn't explain anything to you? No?
Sometimes they explain.
Hey, Coach, should there have been another flag? I mean, Boyd get flagged for 15. Should there have been another flag? Should they have been offsetting?
That's not what they said.
Did they explain that? Did they explain that well? Because that was obviously a confusing sequence.
Yeah, that's a very confusing sequence. 2 guys got ejected, and there was 1 flag thrown. So that's all there was to it.
They didn't obviously, you saw the first push that started the whole thing. I mean, how did they think Tyler Boyd fell into all the people that he fell into, I guess?
There was a lot of eyes on the situation. I was right there. I watched the whole thing. So there was a lot of eyes on it.
You have a game that kind of unravels like this, and there's fighting, and it's just all a mess. People are going to say it looks like you've lost control of the team. What do you say to people that say it looks like you've lost control of the team right now?
Well, I think our guys got put in some tough spots, and those are 2 core guys that got kicked out of the game, Sean Williams and Tyler Boyd. And again, we don't ever want that. We don't ever want to throw a punt. We need those guys. We're counting on those guys. And everyone's got to maintain their composure, myself included. So we just got to look at what happened. But I know they were both very frustrated with what was going on, and Sean got hurt there on a blindside block, and TD felt like he got hit way late out of bounds, and so, but again, we got to maintain our composure and be better than that.
Did something unforeseen happen with Darius to go into the game with only 3 cornerbacks, or was that by design?
He was sick. Yep.
Did none of the practice squad guys travel? I'm sorry, did none of the squad, so you couldn't call anybody else up because they weren't
Didn't
really
have
here?
COVID. Yeah, I mean, it was no, we weren't in a position with the way that the inactives were working to get another guy up there. Jalen Davis was up, so we had the four safeties, we had the four corners. That's how we played the game.
Coach,
Zach, go ahead, Lab.
is this game an example of the retaliator is always going to be caught, never the instigator? It's always the guy that retaliates.
I think our focus needs to be we got to play better when we're on the field, and again, that's what frustrates me the most is that 2 weeks really we played the first half how the game's going to need to be played. There's going to be ugly games sometimes. They're going to come down to a late score to see who wins, and we were not efficient enough in the third quarter and really all three phases there. Put ourselves in a position there how we didn't want to play the game in the fourth quarter, particularly on offense, dropping back and throwing the ball, and gave up some sacks there, and we put ourselves in a tough spot.
Zach, last year that game against Miami, probably even in a loss, probably had y'all feeling that y'all were going in the right direction. What do you feel like after a loss like today?
Frustrated. I mean, the work that we put in and the way we feel when we walk on the field to start the game, and really, quite frankly, the way we walk into halftime, the last 2 weeks. And just it's frustrating when these games, you don't pull them out of the end. It's very frustrating.
Any indication yet how serious the injuries are to Jonah and Brandon?
I do not know that yet. Yeah.
One last question. Anyone else? All right, Coach. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess at this point, Coach, it might be early, but Hogan, what would be his status and how far along might he be? And do you have to go back into the quarterback pool again, potentially?
We're not there yet. We'll evaluate all of our players after this game and make those decisions, but we're not there after the game.
All right.